Hey, what's up, everybody, and happy New Year's Eve. I wanted to drop one final video in 2023 to really try and give some perspective, give some people some jump starts, ideas, thoughts, ways to potentially get out of your own way and make 2024 the best of your life to this point. We all know the phrase New Year, New Me, and we all know that for the majority of everyone, it is just that, a phrase. So I'm going to jump right in. Before you start thinking about where you're going, you have to think about where you've been. So ask yourself a couple questions. In 2023, did my life change? Was it for the better or worse? Did I accomplish the goals that I set out for myself? If not, then why? If I want to live a better life, are my relationships what I need them to be for that? Are they convenient? Productive? Comfortable? Are they helping me grow or holding me back? If I could change one thing about this year, what would it be? What do I need to change in order to live the best year of my life to this point? So I'm going to go ahead and get butt naked on this right now, right here, right now. I'm going to answer these questions truthfully. Did my life change, and was it for the better or the worse? My life changed drastically. Majority of it was better. Majority was better. Couple things worse, and I'm going to work on those, but majority was better. Did I accomplish the goals I set out for myself? If not, why? I accomplished about 70% of the goals that I set out for myself. It's very underwhelming for me, which is making me turn it into higher gear moving into 2024. I've realized a couple of my roadblocks that I bring onto myself, and I'm going to make sure that I navigate through that in 2024 and find a way. As far as my relationships go, are they productive, comfortable, helping me grow, or holding me back? I'm constantly reevaluating my relationships, just like I am reevaluating everything. A lot of my relationships were holding me back. I've had to cut ties with a lot of people. But some of my more productive relationships, I actually took those for granted, as opposed to putting priority and stock in those. I was putting priority and stock in the relationships that were doing no good. They weren't pushing me forward. They weren't supportive. Yeah. If I could change one thing about this year, what would it be? It would be my relationships. It would be understanding people aren't who they say they are. Understanding that my values and my integrity is not something that other people possess, or those people that I was working with, my people, they weren't really my people, right? They're around when it was convenient. They're around when they needed something. But that's not that's not what pushed me forward, was doing that stuff, right? Like I have to find new productive relationships, things that are going to propel me as opposed to hold me back, keep me at mediocrity, having me questioning, am I doing the right things? And then what do I need to change in order to live the best year of my life to this point? So the relationship thing is number one, absolutely number one, the ability to say no. But I've also got to understand where I'm investing my time, where I'm investing my money, where I'm investing my energy, and make sure that it's aligned with my future and not with my past. My bad. I did some transition stuff. It was stupid. Didn't mean to. Anyway, jump right in. Here's a few of the do's. So, prioritizing self-care and investing in yourself. It is absolutely critical to prioritize self-care. When I leave the house, I make sure I leave the house as the best version of myself. I don't walk around in my pajamas to the store. I don't walk around looking like I don't care about myself, because Honestly, Jen has said multiple times, you take yourself too serious, and people do share that opinion of me, which is understandable. But here's the thing. Here's how I view it. If I don't take myself serious, how's anybody else? Right? If I take myself as a joke, people are going to look at me like a joke. It's not how I fly. So I would recommend taking yourself somewhat serious. If you walk around, you're still the class clown in your 40s, you do the math. Investing in yourself, absolutely critical. I think that it's very understated how important investing in yourself is. That's from a skill standpoint, learn a new skill, join a business association, network with people that are like-minded to where you're going, not where you've been. So, jumping right into the next one, embracing curiosity and developing a new skill set that matches your future self. So, if you're someone who has all this dreams and ambition and all this stuff going on in your head, but yet you're not putting forth effort to learn something new to make you that better version of yourself, then people are going to be passing you up consistently. They're going to be going where you want to go, and you're just going to watch the show. So invest in yourself, embrace the curiosity, get a skill set. YouTube is huge for developing skill sets. You can find anything on there. Set goals that push you to become the best version of yourself. If you think that making your bed every single morning is a goal that'll help you be the best version of yourself at the end of 365, make that a goal. If you think that going to work every day is going to make you a better person, the best version of yourself, sure. It's pretty vague because you got to do it, because you got to keep the lights on. So I'd take it a step further if I was going to say, I'm going to go to work every day. I'm going to go to work every day and I'm going to pursue a raise, or I'm going to pursue this, or I'm going to pursue a new promotion. Get a little more specific. Get granular. That's how things happen. Give back to your community and make a positive impact. It is critical to give back to your community. It is critical to make an impact. Here's why. When you're doing more for people, when you're doing more to serve your community and help, you get these proud moments. You get excited about the contributions that you've made. So really consider that. Create a financial system that allows you to live a life with more financial freedom down the road. No secret here. I lost my job a month and a half ago. Because I was following the 21 rules of money through Apex, I'm all right. Haven't panicked, haven't freaked out, haven't anything. Matter of fact, I gave myself time to reflect and look at life from a lot of different angles. So I think that that's critical, is instead of working for the weekend money and then having to start back over every Monday, find a way to break it down so that you're putting money aside, so that when you want to take that trip with your significant other, when you want to go ahead and just buy that thing you've always talked about buying, when you want to go ahead and invest in yourself and pay for a training, pay for a class, do something for yourself, it's not going to hurt the pocketbook because you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Create a supportive network of friends and accountability partners. I'm a firm believer, if you're not with me, you're against me, right? So, one of two buckets for me. That's how I get down. I understand not everybody's that way. A lot of people like to keep lingerers because, oh, we're family, or, oh, we've been friends since we were in diapers. That's great. That's understandable. But I will challenge you this. Has that relationship pushed you forward, or has it kept you stagnant? I don't know. I'm not talking to anybody specific, but ask yourself that. And then really think about that. Locate a mentor or multiple mentors that help you move the needle. I can't stress this enough. You have to find people that are willing to call you out when your words and your actions aren't aligned. I don't care how old you are. Find a mentor. Find someone who has done what you're trying to do. I understand there's some people out here that all they're trying to do is just live life till they die. That's cool. That's cool. If that's for them, they probably want to turn this video off right now. But if you're a type of person that's pushing yourself, you're the type of person that wants more in life, find somebody who's done more in life. Structure some time to be away from your devices on a regular basis. This is a difficult one. We all have our phones. We all want access to the world. So having our phones in our hands or near us is critical for most people. But it sucks you in, it consumes you, and that's just the way technology works, right? You start with one thing, and then it's another thing, and then it's 100 other things. And the cool thing is it's all right there in your hand. Give yourself some time to really breathe and be away from it. Be who you say you are. Remove the mask and be a person of integrity and authenticity. There's a whole lot of people in this world. They live 2 to 3 to 10 different lives. They're a person on the internet. They're a person in real life. If you ask them who they are, they're confused. They'll tell you what they want to tell you, but that'll change within an hour, right? So really think about that. Being authentic, that's going to get you a lot further in life than being this person. You got to uphold a facade. You got to tell people that, hey, I'm super successful and I'm this, that, and the third. But then you're spending more money on shoes and you're spending more money on things that just to show off and uphold that facade. When it's like, if you're real with yourself, if you're real with the people around you, the right people are going to gravitate towards you, not the people that are just around to be your super fans and believe something. Because at the end of the day, they're not paying your bills. And when you blow your money and you're not paying your own bills, think about where that puts you. And then the last one I threw in here, I just thought about this the other day, but stop living a 5-2 life. What I mean by that is, majority of Americans have a job that they work 5 days a week. And then the 2 days is their kick back, their relax. I'm all about it. Have you some relaxed time if that's what works for you. But what I'm referring to with this whole 5-2 thing is, if you think about the successful individuals, I don't remember if it was Kobe or Michael Jordan, but there's a story that one of them used to practice twice in the morning before going and practicing with the team in the afternoon. That's what it takes to achieve greatness. And I get it. Not everybody wants it. Not everybody wants success. Not everybody. So this video's not for everyone. It's purely me trying to help you get out of your way if you do care. And so how to avoid that 5-2 is every single day you should be working on something to get you closer to the goals that you've set for yourself. It's a 7-day-a-week job. I shouldn't use the word job because people get scared and now they're not going to work 7 days a week, right? It's a 7-day-a-week task to get to where you want to go in life. There's no weekend break. You take those 2 days off. Think about this. You're out building and working on a project. You take 2 days off. Once you take that 2 days off, well, now you got to come back to it Monday morning. Now you got to get remotivated. Now you got to start fresh. And it's like, oh, where was I? What was I? Oh, I'm trying to beat a horse. I'm trying to figure this piece out. Okay. And then you run it for those next 5 days. You get that momentum going again, and then you stop. And then you get the momentum going again, and then you stop. If you're working on a little piece of that 7 days a week, I can assure you things build. Things build with momentum. Consistent momentum. There's that stupid animation again. All right. Here's some of the don'ts that I have out here outlined. Don't compare yourself to others in their lives. Facebook, social media, everybody in this world has the ability to compare their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 12. I'd love to compare myself sometimes to individuals that are doing way better than me. But I know that's just going to that's really going to put something in my head that's like, man, you're not enough. You're not doing enough, right? It's going to give me that negative talk. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. If you haven't put in the work, if you've been living that 5-2 lifestyle, if you haven't taken the risks and the chances to get a better life, you're not there yet, right? These things don't happen overnight. Lottery winners go broke. That's the problem with overnight success. Lottery winners go broke within X amount of years. I don't know. It's stupid. You've got to work on sustainable ways to be the best version of yourself. Don't hang around with still people. If you've never heard me say it, still broke, still complaining, still doing the same stuff, and still right where they've always been. Don't. I know majority of the people that I know personally could think to their friend circle, and they could locate and identify quite a few still people, right? People that aren't pushing them, people that aren't pushing themselves. Don't do it. Don't do it. Those will be the first people to bring you down. They're still in the same place every year, and they're still the ones posting, new year, new me, I'm on my weight loss journey, and then in 3 weeks you're like, well, what the hell happened? Don't sacrifice your values or compromise your integrity for anything. I understand that my values don't align with a lot of people's, but that's not going to change who I am or where I'm going. My vision is my vision for a reason. I understand not everybody has a vision. Not everybody's vision aligns. I can still agree with people or disagree with people and be okay with it. But there's certain things, I've mentioned them, and I'm very upfront about certain things that you do that, we aren't even associated. I'm not going to challenge that. I'm not going to change that. It's going to be the way it's going to be. That's just what it is. Don't live in fear and paralyze yourself from taking action. A lot of people wait for the perfect time, or I don't know what's going to happen if I do X. The fear of the unknown it's a real thing. But if you're nervous about taking a risk, I think I read a quote all the time, actually. It comes through. It says, the biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. Take the risk. Gain the experience. Learn something from the risk. That's what's going to teach you new ways of living, how to avert obstacles. That's what's going to teach you growth is on the other side of that wall, that fear wall. Don't be afraid to cut people off who are not meant for your future self. Sad fact is, not everybody wants to grow like you do. Are you going to keep them around? Try it for a little bit. You'll notice those are the first people that are going to tell you your ideas are crazy. Those are the first people that are going to tell you they wouldn't do things that way. Those are the first people that are going to tell you you probably shouldn't do that. And they're going to create that negative imagery in your mind that's going to hold you back from trying to do something that you're truly passionate or really wanting to do. Highly recommend inventory on your relationships. You'll notice that that's a very big thing for me. Don't let the fear of judgment stop you from putting yourself out there. I'm doing a video. Very few people know me. I'm opening myself to criticism every single time I do a video, create a Facebook post. Hell, every time I go outside, I'm opening myself to criticism. It can come, it can happen. People can disagree. That's great. I don't care. It's not something that bothers me. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't create goals and plans based on other people's needs. It's okay to have mutual goals. It's okay from let's just say from a relationship standpoint. So for Jen and I, we can have, mutual goals that are aligned with where we're going as a relationship. But if I create goals based on things she wants, there's a chance that there's not the passion, the excitement, the drive, the purpose behind it. If she wants me to get a different job or she wants me to get a new car, right? If I set those things out because they're near and dear to my heart, there's a better chance that I'm going to pursue those and I'm going to find a way to do those. So keep that in mind when you're setting your goals out. I just use the relationship, but some people use they set their goals based on what their parents have always told them or whatever. Create goals that are near and dear to you. Don't forget to track your progress and celebrate the small wins along the way. A lot of times we wait for this big picture thing. We wait for this huge fireworks. We want this celebration at the very end of the road. But a lot of people tend to give up on the way to that fireworks celebration because they're not seeing the instant results. They're not seeing the big picture. They're not seeing these things happen. You have to give yourself milestones. Check in on yourself and say, hey, we've got a couple things going here. We've got a couple things done. Make sure that you're celebrating the small wins because those small wins are what really grow to be that big result in the end. Don't, and I'm a huge proponent of this one. Not many people love it that I say it or even think it, but I do. I don't care. Don't take advice from others who have never been where you are trying to go. Case in point, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're trying to give advice to another person on how to save money. Huh? When you haven't walked in those shoes, it's hard for me to take advice from somebody who has not shown the results for being able to do what they say that I should be doing, right? I should. When people start saying you should, understand most times those people don't know what they're talking about. The people that understand things will tell you, here's a way to look at it. Here's maybe how I would view it. Here's this. People don't tell you what you should do when there's someone that's actually trying to help you. Let me just be honest. Unless you should go to rehab and it's pretty evident, but even then, it creates something on the back end of how you're going to receive that information and you're going to feel attacked. Just understand that. So think about that when you're taking advice. If I've got someone in my life who's always been this big dreamer, this big ambitious person, oh man, they've got all these life plans and they would have owned 36 businesses by now. Well, why haven't you? Why am I going to take life advice from someone who's just been dreaming? right? I'm going to go ask a person who's run a business. I'm going to go ask a person who's been through the trenches and understands where I'm at and where I want to go. Not a person who's had a new thought every single day of the week and continues to change their mind. Yeah, let me go take business advice from that person, right? So really cite the source when you're taking these things in from your circle or outside world. Think about it. And last but not least, don't hold on to grudges. It does nothing but eat you up inside. I can't tell anybody what I would do if I was in their situation, but I'll tell you what I do. If it's something worthy of a grudge, I just cut them off. I cut them off. You're not going to live rent free in between my ears. If you've done something that you know you've done that's crossed me, my values, my family, whatever the case may be, if you've done that, I'm not going to invest my time or energy allowing you to live up here. That's my real estate. It's my energy that I allow in. And to hold on to a grudge, no, you'll hear multiple times. If people say this person's name or that person's name, I'll say, yeah, that dude, or she sucks. I'm not holding a grudge. I just don't like you. Call it a day. We're a nothing. We're a nothing. You're a person. I'm a person. We don't exist as a anything, right? There's no grudge there. I don't deal with you. You don't live here, and I don't care where I'm at in your life, right? So keep that in mind. More animations. All right. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email. You can always jump on the website. Check out the YouTube. I'm going to continue through 2024, giving some things, some helpful tips, thoughts, any ideas that people have already sent to me or maybe sent to me throughout the year on things that I can address. I do have an interviewing, kind of like a job search one I'm going to be doing here within the next week. So, I really hope that this helps some people get out from between their ears. And the big thing for me is, don't talk about it, be about it. Make this year the year that everything's different because the actions that you take are different. Remember, what got you here will only get you here. If you want different, you have to move different. Hope everyone has a safe New Year's Eve celebration. I hope you're around people that are beneficial to your life. I hope you're around the people that you love and you care about. If you're popping bottles, do it safely. If you're doing other things, do those safely too. But I really just hope everybody has a great start to the new year, and I hope everyone can have a very strong 2024. As always, see you next year.